You don't want to go to prison for protecting young people. Alright, let's just continue as always. Thank you, God bless you, sister.
You're not
17.
You're not homeless.
I'm homeless.
No, you're not.
I'm legally homeless.
You're lying.
No.
No disabled person's homeless.
You should be ashamed, sir.
No disabled person's homeless.
I'm alright. Who are you? Yeah, you know you typed me. You didn't give me that. Not even for a cup of rosy blinking lee.
The demonized by the spirit of demons and unclean spirit, set them free. That's God that is I'm talking about. I don't know your struggle.
Need lipstick. Do you want to say anything to the microphone, or you just want to film today? Okay. Right, so first question. You can hold. By the way, I trust you. You've got a cross. You're an honourable man.
So like I've been praying for you, and what happened to it is absolutely disgraceful. So from the Bible point of view, it says in Deuteronomy that if we let the foreigners into our land, that they will take over. So as born again Christians, what can we do to stop this outrage?
So I want to firstly articulate the actual Christian position on migration. And one of the weird things that I see with a lot of Christian groups, a lot of captured liberal and woke groups within Christendom, is that they believe that they have to heavily focus on migration. A lot of them actually support NGOs like Care for Calais, and that's not true. The Levitical laws outlining refugees is for an insular Jewish community that didn't accept anyone. We're a very demographically diverse area in such a way that we can develop our own migration policy. We are the government ordained by God, and we can make a decision of who we accept into our country and not. And of course, currently under the migration system that we have, it's not exactly spiritually edifying. Accepting millions and millions of migrants into your country that you don't know, who are normally net drains to the economy, that is not a good and spiritually edifying thing for the kingdom of God. So the position of Christians on migration is contextual. You look at the nation, how can the nation love itself maximally in order to love other people? So how can we get into a state of our country where we're loving full? Now, accepting unintegrated migrants isn't a loving thing to do. It's pretty cruel, it's unhumane. When you allow boat migrants into your country, it allows for the possibility of the most vulnerable of those boat migrants to drown. So it's a massive humanitarian issue. The liberal project of multiculturalism, forming the own Tower of Babel, is an anti-humanitarian issue. It's completely against the humanity and this idea that we can all unite as one. In a corrupt, sinful nation, we can't. So what Christians can do is get behind a political entity, is get behind a political vehicle for change. Obviously, for me, that's Restore Britain. I was literally attacked by a gang of foreign thugs supporting the notion that reform has to be more right-wing. However, that has to come with some reciprocal force. So a right-wing political party has to be pro-ensuring that churches aren't converted into mosques. They have to ensure that graded listing buildings, which are churches, actually receive funds in order for them to survive in the current economical world of the day. So that's really my worldview when it comes to Christianity and migration. Monologue. Okay. So Do you believe that the views espouted by Rupert Lowe in 24, when he was part of the Reform Party, towing a neocon line, is consistent with the worldview espouted by Restore Britain?
I don't care. I literally don't get what I'm trying to say.
No, because you're bringing an issue of Israel when Rupert Lowe is obviously against foreign conflict. Look at his comments comments when it came to the Iranian war. A war heavily tied to Israel, and he said we shouldn't be involved in it. He actually went against Richard Tice, the deputy leader of Reform, demonstrating that Rupert Lowe has moved away from being a neoconservative. He is against the idea of foreign wars destabilizing nations to then accept migrants into our country. And by the way, we can actually prove that despite the fact on an ethical level, I disagree with the notion that we should be destabilizing Middle Eastern countries. It didn't actually correlate to the amount of migrants we have to accept. Prior to us leaving the EU, whilst we had the Dublin Convention, boat crossings were at a historical low, which means that we were still destabilizing these countries, we're still engaging in illegal wars. However, the hole in the fence was shut, which means no one could get in. There may have been a demand to come to the United Kingdom, but that demand wasn't met by a liberal migration policy.
My point is that I truly believe in my heart there is no political alternative. There is no political leader who will solve these issues unless we address the elephant in the room. Economic poverty, central banking, our entire economy is based on a 2% inflation rate. That's the base level. Our whole economy is to do with central banking and inflation because we need growth to continue to grow the economy. The problem is the underlying incentive structures every single economy on this earth revolves around leads us to a path where you have economic poverty in certain countries such as Africa, where they get stripped away from their wealth because you have countries like China who are Africa's a giant loan. That's all it is. But
China forgives those lines.
Regardless, I'm trying.
But that's just a smart point you gained on the internet. China mostly forgives the loans they give out to Africa.
Do you know about fiat currency? You must.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fiat currency is just when a currency is backed by the government. It's not like linked to something like gold.
But there is a correlation between economic poverty, currency, war. What do you think the petrodollar is? There is a hegemony. The US has a hegemony.
I think you're just invoking concepts without linking them.
That's the point. That's the point. The whole system is interlinked.
You can have a successful country with a fiat currency. You don't have to be linked to gold. And that's actually one of the main reasons why we pitched the gold standard. We shouldn't have sold it to the States, but I agree we should have moved away from it. Yeah, it's called interjection. So when someone says something that's nonsense, when they give me a long essay, I have to ensure that I can have my say on the point that they give. Because if they then praise it, okay, you can go, bye. You see what happens when you're that miserable?
I want to take up everybody's time, but I am quite happy to see you come back after you got attacked last time. I'm glad to see you've brought people with you because we don't want to see it happen again. I'm quite shocked that there's so many people just not being arseholes this time, but I just want to say thank you for coming back. You are doing good work. Keep doing it. Please don't stop, because there are too many people that would have got attacked like you did and they would have just left.
Do you know what that proves? If someone attacks us, it proves there's an issue, it radicalizes the moderates, and it ensures the next time we get in, we have more people out on the streets, we have more people spreading the message, which then means we can turn Manchester to an actual right-wing idea that we have to reverse demographic change. This has only amplified my voice. I wouldn't have been here with 5 security guards, pop-up banners, gazebos, a PA system and a nice camera team if it weren't for the fact a gang of foreigners and 2 stand-up to racism folks didn't decide to try to attack me. Yeah. So if anything, they can attack me and give me, a black eye, but I'm going to continue, keep on going out there and speak to people who actually want to be spoken to.
Yeah. And as I say, 5, 10, maybe even 20 years from now, a lot of people are going to look back and realise what amazing work you've done, especially if you keep doing what you're doing. So just keep doing it, man. We all appreciate it. And keep doing it. Thank you.
I love motivational speeches. You want to give this man a round of applause, everyone?
Massacring a lot of people, and you're now trying to deport people who came here legally, not illegally.
Well, first of all, a lot of the migrants that we're currently talking about that should be deported under the Restore Britain government don't even account for the generations of migrants which came here after decolonisation of our former territories. But second of all, let's look at this from a psychological level. I'm a country that's just been oppressed by a colonial power. What is the thing I should do as a countryman? Build up my nation, ensure that it's a titan, and ensure that it has economic stability? Or do we immediately brain drain all of the skill over to the country that has oppressed me out of an act of ancestral guilt? Do you believe that people should be able to attack other individuals based on their ancestral guilt due to their associations of what their ancestors did? And arguably, a lot of what the British Empire did was pretty good. I think burning widows in India was a bad thing.
I think that speech is a very cheap speech. And if you're colonizing the middle of the world and you're reading all the people their resources and you don't give them like all the gold that you stole, all the minerals that you take.
Which means they can do the same thing to us?
No, they're not doing the same thing.
What they do, they're committing a brain drain, so they're removing all the talent from their country, then they're gaining political power in this country and focusing on international affairs that have nothing to do with us. That's why, for example, I'll give you a great example, right? The 4 councillors in Tower Hamlets who spend more time in Bangladesh than they do in their own council.
You gave them poverty, so they come in here for a better future that you took them down.
So if that better future looks like the institutional grooming and raping of young British white women, if that looks like gaining political power through sectarian means and focusing on international policies that don't actually benefit us, I believe that's ancestral guilt. I believe you're punishing us for the actions of our ancestors. I think that's unfair. I think that what you're saying is what we did is wrong, therefore they can do and enact a wrong thing onto us.
No. Great Britain has always been like the head of Europe, and you have to look to Britain to be better. So they come.
So you're from Spain, right?
Yeah, I'm from the Basque country, not Spain.
But Spain did colonize, yes, when you...
And I'm wrong,
right?
And I'm not trying to deport any immigrant from Spain.
So you just think you're permanently wrong?
No, I'm not wrong. If I colonize their land, they have all the fucking right to come to my land.
And how long is that outstanding precedent? How long can they just keep on coming here for no reason?
You're so fucking global.
So they can indefinitely remain.
There will be a moment in your future that the race wouldn't be
so this imaginary license that these migrants from former colonial entities, what does this imaginary ticket look like? How long can these people stay here until we say, you know what, we've served our time, justice has been given, you can no longer bring your cousins and dependents here?
I think that you have a very racist speech because you take it from the race.
No, so far we're just talking about the class of migrants, so whether you are native to this country and whether you're a migrant, that's not racism.
It's kind of, but what's your problem with the migrant? Because you have to deport millions?
Yes.
All that million are rapists, criminals?
About 100,000 foreign criminals in our prison system. Our prison system is held together by a bit of duct tape. I believe that if you commit a crime in this country and you're a foreign national and you're not a permanent resident here, you should be deported. I think that's and in fact we already have that. If you serve a prison sentence more than 12 months, you get deported. So the fact that we have people below that sentence that are still here and committed severe offences, they should be go. The net drains to the economy, so people who receive more into the system than they put in, they should be deported. People don't culturally integrate, so enclaves, demographically replaced zones that gain political power through international affairs that don't actually benefit us, they should be deported. And people who hate our way of life, people who don't believe that this country is a nation with our own sovereign borders, who don't respect the laws of the land. I think it's a very basic claim. Even if you are a liberal and you believe that what it means to be British is to espout certain corporate values, surely if you don't adhere to those values and you're not considered British, you should be deported.
So it's going to be the same in Spain. We're going to deport all the fucking British people because you rape, you stole, and you make everything.
Is there a rape epidemic amongst British nationals in Spain?
In Ibiza, in Magdeburg, in fucking Barcelona.
Yeah, I don't. The thing is, I agree with you. We shouldn't have degeneracy abroad. Like, I don't think that we should have tourist attractions purely for chasing tail. You know, you're speaking to a guy who is engaged and will not have sex before marriage. So if you're talking about British people going on holiday to chase tail, I'd say it's wrong.
Well, it's the same for the immigrants, people.
It's not, but it's an important problem.
A lot of immigrant people came here to a better future, and just a little amount of people they rape. Okay, well, that's what it is. But it's the same to you in Spain, for example.
So the main issue that we have with foreign nationals is this idea of imported criminals compared to domestic ones. And we understand that it's easier to resolve the imported issue of criminals compared to how do we resolve the domestic, the native British people carrying out crimes.
No, it's not.
Okay, is it easier to deport foreigners who commit crimes compared to how we deal with domestic criminals?
It's easier, but not.
Okay,
that's not the
so when the British people see a guy on indefinite leave to remain who beheads someone, I think that's a problem and he should be deported and he shouldn't even been here to begin with.
No, I don't think so.
So you don't think that a guy who came here as a refugee from Dublin
It's a very populistic speech.
Wait, so you don't think a beheader should be deported?
Yeah, they should be punished, but not deported because just one thing, and then the claim is we need to deport millions just for like 1 or 2?
I'm giving you an example, and the thing is, right, we give you easy examples to grasp, because if you don't think we should deport actual beheaders, a medieval practice that we abolished during the medieval era, I think you've got problems. If you think you can coexist with people that will randomly behead someone on the street, you just have suicidal empathy.
Portuguese, English.
Ah, right, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you.
You don't want to go to prison for protecting young people. Alright, let's just continue as always. Thank you, God bless you, sister. We are more native than the Maori in New Zealand. Fair enough. We have more ancestry in this country than most indigenous people across the world.
Fair enough, but my family originates from Scotland. Does that mean that I should go back to Scotland and not
No, because you're part of the United Kingdom of England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, and you should be happy and proud of that.
Scottish myself. No, yeah.
Unless you're part of like the SNP and you want to use your party funds to buy caravans or whatever.
Can you not feel the empathy for those kids who know?
I do. Listen, when we talk about migration, right, you're giving... 17.
You're not homeless. I'm homeless. No, you're not. I'm legally homeless. You're lying. No. No disabled person's homeless. You should be ashamed, sir. No disabled person's homeless. You got £4,000 from the wheelchair. No, sir. I did not say I was homeless.
Fred, how old are you?
Homeless.
Okay, do you agree with deportation? Okay, there you are.
What's he been
The
taking?
point is that if you say that my views are fundamentally incompatible with the experience that I've received when I'm older,
I'm not yet. Yeah. It's not about that. That's just bonus tackle. That's not why I do it. If they stop monetisation tomorrow, somebody's still doing it.
Yeah,
What I do.
I started it. I've been doing it for 3 months.
It's a sociology thing. I'm just like.
I started because my missus got attacked by Palestine last night, and they hit her in the face with a megaphone. And police did know about it, so I went up and threatened me with it. 9 months I've been trying to get them to deal with this lass, and every time I do, I get told I'm going to get locked up for being angry and swearing. And my missus went, so if I go smack her in the face now, like she did to me in front of you, and you did know, he says, well, we'll lock you straight up. So why is that? Because I'm not lefty. But that's why I started doing all this things, yeah?
Don't let system into don't
the left do not agree with their Marxist understanding of humanity.
You're a liar. You're a liar. She's not homeless, no.
She's sleeping that all night.
Yeah, how would you, get yourself a back? Yeah, toilet, sleep. You can't sleep in that, can you?
I'm 17, I'm doing this, I'm engaged, I have a very happy family life, I'm loved by lovely people, financially secure. That has made me a top 1%. I believe in the disagree with you about speak to universities, so I've been cycling at universities, speak to people significantly over the years. That is a privilege, God given position, I'm very thankful.
You've got kids.
The lads are selling it.
I get it done at the bloody salon, mate.
They did. They're going to shut this down.
You know what? I don't really care what nationality maybe you do. It's not communities amongst the poorest communities. Are you afraid of having painted nails?
Ideology of the left is to tax people so everyone's poor.
About left versus right. That's not how the world works. The world is not black and white. There is grey.
I agree with you. It's not good or evil. Because I'm speaking to you, if you were truly evil, instead of security guards protecting me from people who want to attack me, I'd be...
So you're not homeless then, are you? If you've got an house, you're not homeless, are you? If you've got an house and you're living in an house, you're not homeless, are you?
You really don't understand the law, sir, and unfortunately, you don't understand the law.
Blah, 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 bullshit. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I do this to film idiots like you that don't know what you're on about. Blah, 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 blah.
You're not mocking me, sir. You're not succeeding. Woo! No, you're really not succeeding. And you know when you put this online, you're going to look like...
No, you are.
No.
You're going to look like the ass. I'm homeless, but last night I slept in my house. Bullshit! Bullshit! And it's not yeah, went to Salem as well, you know what I mean? And unfortunately for you people, I live down the street now, well legally homeless, and you are literally trying to take the mick out of me for the sake of your cameras and your money and your capital and your fame. And you would know as I said to you, I am not on the street, I am homeless in temporary accommodation because of the systems that we have had since Margaret Thatcher eroding housing. The right to buy destroyed our housing stock, not migrants.
I didn't say you're English.
Wow, you really don't know politics. You really don't know. Wow, you really don't know political history. Shame! To bring your children.
The seemingly attempted to damage themselves in foundations of all Housefield and multiculturalism is undesirable and has palpably failed on Restore Britain podcast. As Restore Britain support yourself, does this apparent inconsistency concern you in terms of the party's ideological direction and ultimately its credibility of potential voters?
No, people just need to understand that Rupert Lair's a product of his own generation and that boomers have a strong sense of their own social standing. So they'll intentionally use language like, I'm not a racist, I hate neo-Nazis. But, you know, they think they're actually referring to, like, the actual Nazis of 1940s. Now, it's not the best. Like, even the young guys from Restore are slapping their heads whenever Rupert goes on an interview and says, you know, conceptually, I don't mind multiculturalism. But what he really means is, you know, he is okay with a small portion of migrants coming in here. But currently we have an unfair system of migration, which is a completely different claim to what multiculturalism is. And I would actually say that if you go on Rupert Lair's social media, he's cited that Rupert Lair, Enoch Powell was right about the race relations. Do you really think if Rupert Lair was just like Tory subversive, why would he let Charlie Downs be the lead spokesperson? The guy is he essentially insinuated that feminism would be the
Racist fucking shit!
Bye guys! The left strikes again! Have a good day!
Just try drinking all these out, man. I'm not drinking them up.
Get down! Why? Because he's in public, it's his equipment, he's not public again. This is something he didn't orchestrate, this it's happened.
Setting a bad example again.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, don't try and touch the fucking camera then.
You always start. The left is always starting. We never do. They always start the violence, leftists.
It's always trying to be a snide one as well.
Don't be visible. Don't be consideration.
Never want a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Typical lefty causing violence and
Women
trouble
are
again.
now being floored by police, arrested, put in custody, placed on
That was worth it, wasn't it?
Let's read some of the material. So, we have three sectors. Atomic abortion,
Troublemaker.
Get the all day breakfast.
Did you enjoy that leaflet? Yes, troublemaker. Yeah, say yeah.
Yes, if you'll be up for crusading.
Pardon?
Are you up for crusading, or?
I think that it's sort of fake. The only
Is that too far?
The clergy, the people of the church, the clergy call for a crusade, not the layman.
Can the layman make his own crusade?
No.
I disagree.
Where are we crusading? We currently can't even deal with our own migration system. Why would we randomly go into the Middle East?
Crusade around the UK.
Well, if crusade is like this term to use to mean like some sort of revolution.
Well, I mean, you've got cross and corner.
Yeah, like we should have a cultural, Christian, and also ethno-cultural revolution in this country. But to say, like the thing is, I've got bad taste in my mouth when it comes to people invoking this term of crusade, because it comes from a very fake Christian position.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people's interpretation of Christianity in politics is people wearing fake crusader outfits from Amazon and shouting, "We need a crusade!" And as much as these people are well-intentioned, and I love them, and they're great guys, and a lot of the time these people impart great wisdom onto me, and I can never discredit them, it does bring a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Maybe we can do a more suave version with suits. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We can have a cultural revolution,
Yeah.
but I don't think we should randomly go into Jerusalem for no reason.
Within the UK, though.
Yeah, within the UK.
Yeah. Lead the line, Bob.
Thank you, man. Do you know what? He is the most well-groomed person we have spoken to so far. If any woman is single, and I'm hoping he is as well, please get that man a girlfriend. I love how he's trying to sell people the mic. And this guy's not paid, by the way. But as the mic friend is suggesting, anyone can come up and speak. Well, in fact, anyone who's live streaming, I want you to ask the audience questions that they want to ask
It's
me.
a Christian country, not fucking Muslim country.
And I will answer them whilst people are trying to get to speak to me.
A few words, Bob. Who's Bob?
The guy here.
Sat down there. Oh, is he the... Don't swear, though. I didn't swear. No, don't swear. Oh, yeah.
How are you, girl?
I'm alright. Who are you? Yeah, you know, you typed me. You didn't give me that. Not even for a cup of rosy blinking Lee. Down this fucking apple. Come on, I won't treat it. Right, stay there, Billy boy. Yeah, stay there, Billy boy. Where have you been, Billy boy, Billy boy? Where have you been, my Willie? Yeah, Bob. I ain't got. What is it all about the Bible?
Sorry, what?
What is no serious? What's it about?
What's what about?
What? No, what I'm saying. What it's a thing? Is it for the Bible, homosexuality, or what?
I have no issue within a secular society people practicing homosexuality. However, what I want to emphasise is that grouping homosexuals with people that are transgender or people who believe they're cross-species or whatever is wrong.
Yeah, but some people can't help it.
They can't help transing themselves?
No, some people are born that way. I've got 2 grandsons what are gay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that outside of the fact that this is obviously a sin.
No, but I'm just saying,
I'm voicing my opinion, and that's what it's all about. People who live in glass houses should never throw stones because you don't know what your son.
I have no issue with my my sexuality, so I feel like I'm in the place.
Hey?
Hey, I can call my fiance right now and prove it.
Say the truth. Some people don't like the truth, but I've said my opinion and I haven't sworn. Because the Pride of Manchester don't know why you're kidding. Right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I've not sworn. And don't be calling me who's lot behind me back. Ta-da! It's true.
There's some weird Manchester law I'm never going to understand being a Southern local. It's beyond me. We don't have... So what should the sound again? So you knew... So this isn't some sort of like friends party? No, you knew I was here and decided to get your pound shop Santa costume. Sorry. Not to your beard, to your mouth. I'm sorry. Calm down. I know it's a bit rough on the heart when you're doing every single door, one day every year, but it's okay. Chimney, yeah.
We're both Christians, so like I wanted to spread Christianity, values, just myself.
So you think the best way of spreading Christianity is by dressing up as Santa Claus? I don't know. I don't think that's methodologically sound. Surely it would be like, I don't know, someone in the first century of Christ or whatever. Calm down. Listen, I'm just a person. These are all people. They may have cameras, but they're quite nice people. It's all good. And obviously, you're protected under the beard. So, what do you want to say to the camera and to the thousands of people at home?
Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys are behaving until December at least. Honestly, I just...
Am I on the nice list?
Yeah. I hope so.
Look, my man, you're the boss. You must know.
In December, I'll tell you whether
I'm going to give an FOI, Freedom of Information request to the North Pole. And they have until 16 days to give me information whether I'm on the nice list, or you'll be sued.
Can I get a picture of you? I can screenshot it.
Sure, why not? Go on. Right, that in Manchester.
Yeah. I understand some bits of what you mean. What do you say for people like me? I wasn't born in the UK, but I grew up for education and everything.
So you were born in this country?
I wasn't born in this country.
Okay, give me a quick background. And also I want to ask you this question. Yeah. You said, what job did you say you were part of? You were in?
It's construction.
Construction. Was it in the country you came from or this country?
This country.
Okay, great. I just want to make that clear. And when did you come here?
When I was literally, I came here like 3 years old, so I don't remember.
And when you live around in Manchester?
I live in Manchester.
Yeah, look, I don't really see the necessary. I mean, what's the question you had here?
I'm just saying, should I go back?
I mean, out of the pool of migrants that we should be focusing on, net drains to the economy, people who don't culturally integrate, people who hate our way of life.
Yeah.
This guy obviously didn't fill that category. So the millions of people who come here from a very liberal system of migration, we should prioritise them.
Yeah.
My position is everyone who doesn't have ancestry in this country can be deported, but if we don't have to, we shouldn't. That's my position. Yeah. Thank you, man. Give this guy a round of applause, everyone.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, you can hold it. Let them hold it.
Right. So my name's Louis. So basically, I'm an immigrant myself.
Yeah.
I've assimilated since I became a citizen in 2015. I came through the legal process. I've been in the country since 2009, basically. My question for you first is, what do you think about the sentence when they say diversity is our greatest strength?
It's nonsense. What about diversity? What is the difference between a country that has a monocult
compared to a ethnically diverse society that makes them significantly different, and one outweighs the other? So, like, what is the benefit in having a diverse society compared to a monocultural society?
I mean, pretty much I agree with your stance, because like I don't even think diversity is a great distractive.
What country are you from, my friend?
Philippines.
Okay, and would you say the Philippines is a relatively like homogeneous culture, like it's a monoculture?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's my point. And in fact, a lot of these countries actually have higher GDP and have historically been persecuted compared to the persecution that you would receive within the West. And they still are able to keep the culture, they're still able to have a thriving and successful economy. They don't see the same austerity measures that we're currently seeing. We don't see the same strain on social services. I'd actually say that, you know, a lot of migrants believe that they are put in a better situation for being here, but there's going to be a point in this country, because we keep on giving people the promise that they can be in this country, but it's going to get to a state where, unfortunately, they're going into a country that is worse off compared to the country they originally went to.
One.